Dickness. It's time for
Ahoy.
YouTube-channel, bro.
Hi guys, welcome back to Jungu Josh. I'm Constant van Graan, the creator of the Jungu Josh series. And today we're going to talk about who is your Sifashama. Sifa what? Sifashama. What is Jungu Josh all about? It's about the 13-year-old Josh McGreer who lives in London with his mother, and now he finds himself in uncharted territory in East Africa in a magical valley called Kalambula, with an evil professor hot on his heels, dangers around every corner, but with the help of the Quaternion, that's the warrior girl and Jerry, Charlie the art wolf, and Ngandu the wise man, they might, just might, be able to fend off the professor, the wicked witch, and an evil threat from the east. Now, in the previous episode, we talked about what is a jungu, and that's a young person who goes into the forest and comes back as a man or woman, as an adult. Now, the question is, what does one do when you arrive back in society as this adult? You obviously don't have all the answers in life, but you still have to hone characteristics of yourself and establish how you fit in society. These days, there are a lot of emphasis on individuality, on how unique you are. And that is true. Everyone is unique. But today, I'm going to talk to you about a group of people you can tap into to help you find your place in this world. And it links with book 2 of the Jungu Josh series, that's The Warrior of Abu Monja. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret for those of you who haven't read the books yet. At the start of book 2, we find Josh as being the new king of Kalambula at 13 years old. So you can just imagine all the challenges and intricacies he experiences from different tribes of Kalambula. All the people come to him with problems, and he's just 13 years old. Although he's a Jungu, although he has returned from the forests, emotionally, symbolically, it's still a very difficult job. Now, what's unique about Kalambula is this following tradition. And that's where the king can call on the group of elders of Kalambula to get advice on difficult decisions. And their name is the Sifashama. Now, the Sifashama consists of 11 members, and they are anonymous. So the group members have an idea of who the other members are, but they're not 100% sure. When the king needs advice from the Sifashama, he can call an audience, and he meets them in an underground cave, a chasm. And there the Sifashama await him. With their ominous red cloaks made from pressed tree bark cloth, with their hoods pulled far over their faces, they are anonymous. Yes, they've got an idea who the members are, but they're not certain. Neither is the king, and there is a reason for that. Now, the reason why they are anonymous is very important. Because if it's the wrong advice that the Sifashama has given the king, they don't want to be held responsible for that decision. They don't want to be in the king's bad books. And therefore, it's important that they can give advice without that stress of knowing whether it's correct or wrong. Now, how it works is Josh will arrive in the underground cave, and there is a person who has to introduce him every time to the Sifashama. That's known as the connector. And it's usually the king's advisor, in this case, Ngandu, the wise man. So he announces the king, he arrives in the cave, they greet each other, and what happens next is very important. The king first has to say the following: I welcome you, and I welcome your advice. And why is that important? And a bit philosophical, is because advice should never be given, it should be asked. The clever people say that when you give advice, it's actually immoral, because the person giving the advice does not take the risk if it was the wrong advice, and they can claim the victory of a good decision, but they never took the risk in the first place. So it's important that advice from the king should be asked, the tone should be set, and the Sifashama should speak their mind. Now, why am I telling you about Sifashama, these random people in red cloaks? There's a reason for that. It's because we live in an age where we've forgotten that they are people who have journeyed ahead of us, who have learned from the mistakes. Why do we need to repeat them? Why do we need to reinvent the wheel when we can learn from them? We also live in an age where social media has become our best friends and not people. We know this. Why not gather some elders around you? And they don't have to be older in age. They can be older in personality. They can be wise, knowledgeable. Get those people in your life. Tap into the knowledge and learn from their mistakes. So your first question might be, Constant, how do I find this group of elders? Especially if I'm an introvert. The answer lies in the connector. Ngandu. We all know persons who are so spontaneous they know the whole world. Get those people. Ask them, who are the persons who changed their life? Who gave them advice to navigate the intricacies and challenges of life? I'm going to let you in on something personal. I also have a Sifashama, and they come in all shapes and sizes from all walks of life. And 3 key things that I will always remember from my Sifashama is the following. If you want to quit, if you want to cop out, just give it 4 days before you make that final decision. Usually by day 2 or 3, we have new energy and inspiration. Then secondly, never make your reaction the issue in a conflict. And last but not least, if you face a difficult question, you don't have to answer right away. Give yourself some time, even if it's just a pause. Thanks guys, that was episode 2 of Jungu Josh. It is amazing to have these sessions with you. I would love to hear back from you. What are your thoughts? Please comment below, subscribe, and let's go on with this journey. And that would... that would... Okay.